It's always a feeling surveying the garden after we've had spring frosts and storms, and with the snow last week, this wonderful display of this rhododendron Dora Omotaeus. And we just look at the effect the weather's had on it, the flattened top where the snow sat on it, and the flowers barely just coming out when the snow hit, and now just look at them, just turn to mush on the top and already dropping off. The best thing we can do with this is to clear this off and then do the deadheading. You look in here, you can see the new growth buds, so it's just a case of pinching off that, taking away those bits, because we don't want it to set seed even if it would, and then we can encourage all that new growth to come next year. Plenty time to grow. Down the bottom, less damaged, and right down here where the sort of flowers tucked in, really you can see the beauty that we've missed out on enjoying this year. But this rhododendron Dora Omotaeus hybrid does this every single year. It just covers itself in these wonderful flowers. It is a really good rhododendron. Round to walk round the bed, the colchicum leaves doing fine. Fritillaria pallidiflora, these pale pallid flowers, but when you get down and look into that glorious interior, that deep burgundy base, really nice. Multiple flowers on a stem, over nice glaucous leaves. These were battered down a bit, but they're starting to sit up a bit now, and that's the damage of the snow. Things get battered down. Here's a clump of erythroniums, citronella, the hybrid, been battered flat by the snow, the wind, the rain, and everything we've experienced in this last week. The Dicentra hybrids, they lived through it, and you see how we use them as a ground cover. What I tend to do is I thin out the more coarser leafed forms. I like these finer, greyer leaf forms. The one over there, quite a nice contrast, I'll leave it in the back. But if that coarser leafed pale form comes in here too much, I'll pull it out. Round we can see the leaves there of leucojums now going over. There'll be seed setting, I should think, around there. Yep, look, big fat seed pod. I'll just leave that. You'll see further around the bed where the seeds have gone. Down on the edge of the bed here, the giant leaves of the mandragora. Sadly no flowers this year, so we won't get the nice large fruits in the autumn. As we come, look here, what happens in this bed after we lose the spring cover. We will get these lovely dactylarizas coming through, but just as that I've spotted down here, can you see this? Yep, we don't really want these fellas in the garden, but sadly we've got them by the bucket load and we're never going to get rid of them. I'll deal with that a bit later. Trillium grandiflorums, again got a bit battered up here. These Trillium hybrids would have gone on and flowered for longer, but really quite damaged by the weather. I think as gardeners we have to accept weather damage. We can't do much about it. Another clump of dactylariza, that's looking rather squinny. There's a lot of thin leaves. It looks like that really should have been lifted and split. It certainly needs to be lifted and divided this year, otherwise this is what will happen. Ooh, look, there's what that snail's been up to. A baby one. I'll put that with Daddy or Mummy to be sorted, dealt with later. And in here, the Corydalis leaves and foliage really just is gone. It's just collapsed. But that's what it would do about mid-May. It's maybe knocked back a bit prematurely. Lots of trilliums are going to survive, trilliums still to flower. And if we look down, we'll see trillium seedlings. Lots of other seedlings. There'll be fritillarias and Nemochoris seedlings, leucojum seedlings. All sorts of seedlings down in here. epimedium on the corner. Look at the difference between the shade and as I back off and let the sun come on it, the different effects of this bed. So in this corner we have here, this is Fritillaria affinis. This is going to be the yellow form. There's the darker form in here as well. You have up here Fritillaria acmopetala. Lots more Dicentra cucularia down here, really been quite flattened. More lilies, lovely fat lily. Trilliums self-seeding around the edge here. We just allowed sometimes the seed to drop, so there's young seedlings, 1 year old. After a couple of years they pick up the seedlings in the second year. In third year they'll start to get the typical 3-leafed form. Here's a rose. Don't know what kind of rose that is. We'll leave it a bit and see. There's a really nice fine leaf on the Dicentra, I like that. But trilliums of all sorts. Here's a trillium with a really nice flower there as well. But this nice little other epimedium here. I was just showing you this one here. I was just showing you that nice flower of this epimedium. But again, this is a bit battered, bit this old foliage. So that's last year's foliage not being removed. But the real beauty, I should really take that old foliage off because look at the new foliage. Isn't that beautiful? And up the inside of this bed, along the inside sort of woodlandy path, ranunculus, anemone ranunculoides. Here's a lovely double form of anemone nemorosa. It's running about up here at the path edge, coming into the path. This path here is made of shredded winter pruning, so quite woody, and it just goes down and forms this lovely woody bench. But you can see the epimediums going deep under the cover of this rhododendron. Coming round more of these, then we come up to the ranunculus, the pallida, the cross seemanii. Here's a little, there's Molly coming to see what I'm up to. What are you saying? Oh, this is Megan. Where's Molly? Where's your sister? More anemones all the way around the edge of the path. And then coming up at this side we just start to see the lovely fern coming through, starting the new fronds coming, which is a lovely little delicate fern. And that takes us round to the back other side of the Dora almateus again. So that's just a walk around one of the beds here this morning, which is a sunny morning after the cold and the stormy weather.